Lights, camera, action. Look at him. He just looking.
You familiar with the camera?
Not yet. He don't know what's
No, not
going
yet.
on.
So why the phone ring?
What phone?
The house phone. So
That's
Jeremy
it?
answered it. So he went to go upstairs and give it to your mom. And she said, "Who is it?" He said, "Sylvia." She said,
Oh yeah, she gets so mad when she called.
But the phone was like extended to her, so that means Sylvia heard her doing that.
Yeah.
So when I came at the steps, she on the phone, so yeah. So what's up?
Because she don't feel like I'll be like, you lucky somebody is calling to speak to you.
You see the camera?
He ain't looking at that camera. He looking at the TV.
Look at the camera, Chase. You want to look at the camera?
Come on,
You got comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
What's
You
up,
Chase?
Chase? Sat on my arm and got comfortable.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, he's spitting up. Look at him.
Yep, where's his mother?
Look at him.
You cannot stay on the show.
I smelt that milk. It stinks so bad.
What milk? That he drinking?
Yes. I don't
I
like
don't smell
it.
it. He's not spitting up.
No, because he was.
I don't see nothing on his mouth.
I seen it.
Shave your mouth from drip while I came in.
My mouth
From creamy
Oh,
stuff.
don't you talk about that.
You heard him when he said it. You talking about don't chill, but
It's true.
I'm talking to him too.
It's true. Bye, Chase.
Say bye.
Bye, Chase. Have a good day.
He looking at the paint.
Yeah.
Don't fucking dismiss him.
Bye,
I
Chase.
dismiss you and them. Good night.
Have been.
Shakira, you better act like you know around these parts.
All right, let's get started.
That's the first family. What's going on YouTube?
Melania and
Yeah.
Barrel.
What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with another video. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. I had an okay weekend. And it was so okay that I said, I gotta get out the house. So I went to this mixer called By Sundays yesterday at Punchline Philly. And I had a great time. It was just good to see people who I haven't seen in a hot minute, you know, talk, have drinks, and eat. And, you know, it was just good catching up with everybody. And so shout out to everybody I seen yesterday. And shout out to Eddie for going out with me. And shout out to Aunt Sheila because I haven't seen Aunt Sheila in such a long time. And she's still doing good. And, yeah, so, you know, that was my little weekend. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I have a slip disc in my
In your back?
elbow. So I just had to set up an MRI.
How you do that?
Who the hell
Falling
knows?
out at church?
No, I don't know what's going on. My whole body is like...
You getting up there. That's what happens. When you can't keep being 25 forever. 25 times 7. Plus 7, okay? You gotta take care.
Where that be? Oh, right here.
Man,
Don't tell me I can't be 25 forever. I'm not 25. I'm 28.
all right. I'll let them be 28. Speaking of ages, it's a lot of stuff that we got to get into. I want to give a shout out to 2 new sponsors to the Scorpion Show. It's JQ, the #1, and I Am Vivi. Thank you guys for sponsoring our channel. If you have not sponsored our channel and you would love to sponsor our channel, it's $4.99 a month. And all you have to do is look for the sponsor button. If you are on an iOS device, you cannot sponsor us from like an iPad or an iPhone. You have to go use an Android device like a tablet or go online to do it, or Android device like a phone. And later on in the show, I'm going to give some sponsors some shout outs because I asked who wanted a shout out and a lot of people responded. So, and it's still growing, so I'm going to be giving y'all shout outs later on in the show. But it's a lot of shit we got to get to. It's a lot. Let's start with Iyanla Fix My Life. So, yes, so this is the Mitchell family. Now, look, it's too many M's, okay? Marvin, Marcus, Mikkel, Michael, Melvin.
Oh, and you just brought back a memory from that show.
Well, wait, don't get sad yet.
I know, because I cried so hard.
Look at him. See, he's talking about me. Don't cry on this video.
I'm not, because
yeah, it was sad.
I was all cried out.
Let me tell you, I was able. These, if you're watching these past 2 episodes, I can apply this to my own family. Like, it's so crazy. And I mean, it's no shade. It's like, damn, it's like, you know, you got somebody else raising your children, and you know, thank God in my family, you know, that my mom was able to do that because, you know, at one point they was like, we gonna take her. And my mom's like, oh hell no.
That's what happens.
Yeah, all the time. And
Trust me, I've seen
it. Was
it.
rough back in those
I've
days.
seen
Oh
it.
my God.
I've seen it with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah, so I was able to apply it. So we have 5 Mitchell brothers on the show, and we also have the father, who Iyanla is also claiming he's one of the brothers because he's not grown into the title of that man. And these young boys, it was 7 at the time. One is in jail and one is deceased. And the mother and the father, they were out doing their thing on drugs. He didn't really admit, I don't think he really admit to being on drugs.
No, but I'm sure he's did the dad. But he didn't have an addiction.
Like
if
the
he
mother.
did, let's just say this. If he did, he didn't have the addiction like the mother.
Yeah.
You could tell the mother was
Yeah,
out.
she looked
There.
so much like Frankie from Frankie.
I was thinking it, but I was waiting for you to say it.
Yes, she do. She looks just like Frankie.
So now I don't have to think anymore.
So we talking about boys coming from broken parents and growing up in broken homes and being relocated many times. Iyanla said it was 85. Yes, the sister was introduced in this episode, and her name was Kizzy. We got a chance to get to know her story, and her story is, it's not like how she think it is. And I'm glad that Iyanla said that to her. She told her, your mother and their mother are 2 different people, even though they are the same person.
Yeah.
So your experience and their experience are totally different.
Right.
And then the mixture of these, you have, what's his name? I don't want to call him the crazy one. But the Marcus and we had Kizzy, and they both thought that each was getting better love than the other, and none of them was getting no love in return from those sides. And Kizzy was only getting love from the grandmother who raised her. And she's 37 now, so she was the firstborn, and then
the
brothers came along. So she had 7, and then Iyanla got the father together at the table when she finally invited him to the table and told him, you know, now having 2 or 3 children, I can understand. But you had 7 children with this woman, and if she's doing this and you still making babies, something ain't right. You're not willing to. You're not telling the whole story, and he's not telling the whole story. And I feel like I don't know him because at the end of part 1, we got a chance to meet him, and Iyanla was getting him together to the point where he just was like, "Can we move on?" Because, you know, I guess when people are pulling up your past and talking about your past, it's something that, and especially when it's not something you're proud of, it's something that you don't really want to discuss. But you have all of these children out here just wandering and trying to make it, and the only thing they can have for each other is love, and to just fight all the time because they have so much rage and anger, and the only thing they can do is, you know, they can only take what they have known. And what I love about it is you have Iyanla being that nurturing mother figure to the I'm about to say to the young boys, because that's how, you know, it's
their mindset.
Yeah, their mindset is. And I'm just like, I love seeing Iyanla in the kitchen cooking. One day I want some of Iyanla's food, and while Iyanla was cooking on part 2, the brothers began to argue, and they were arguing about what went on in episode 1. There's a brother that passed away. What was his name? I don't remember the name of the brother who passed away, but they were arguing about that thing that they had going, that they were going back and forth about. At first, it seemed like everything was cool, and then all of a sudden, it was like Robin and McKellen here. You know, it was just crazy in that room. They got the argument and almost got the fighting. And Iyanla came upstairs because see the one of the boys, the boy that had all the mouth and Iyanla told him to shut up. That was Nina right there. Just kept it going. While, you know, somebody's already. This is my family. I'm trying to tell y'all. You got one person just keeping it going, like egging it on, and one person like, see, this is wild, like, you know. And Iyanla came in there and she shut that shit down. It was like Iyanla was dating. I love her in this episode. I love it, and I hope that she's still in contact with these boys. So she got them to talk. And
are you gonna tell the whole story?
No, you can talk.
Oh, because you talk.
Because I love this episode.
I know.
I just love it.
I want to get to the part that I like too.
Well, go ahead.
If you keep talking, I'm gonna forget.
All right, but don't forget.
No, I'm not. And it's gonna be real brief. I promise.
I'm gonna take a water.
So the part that really, the part that really got me throughout this was an excellent episode. Excellent. and I feel kind of bad saying that it was excellent because it's
their pain.
because it's somebody's pain. You know what I mean? But it was so sad to watch. But the part that got me was when the eldest brother acknowledged that he felt as though nobody was paying attention to him.
Yeah.
And when Iyanla, broke it down, like, do y'all hear him? She said, I noticed it myself. And I said to myself, so have I. And I just was like, wow, because the whole time you see everybody arguing, going back and forth, and he's just sitting there like, you know what I mean? And then what really got me is when I really started, because I mean, it was snot coming out. I was on my bed. The part of the bed I was on was snotty, and because I was just watching crying. The part that got me was when she asked him, she said, do you even know what kind of mental challenge you have? And he said, no. And she said, he don't even know what's and I just said, oh my God. Because I said to myself, I can't imagine being in that state and you don't even know what's the matter with you. You know what I mean? You don't even know really mentally if there's something wrong with you. You just know that people have told you that there's something wrong. But you don't know because no one's ever told you. You know what I mean? And that broke my heart. I said, oh my God, like this whole family. I said, you know what? Take the whole family and throw them away and then bring them back. Because it's like, oh my God. Like, I felt so bad. I just said, wow. Then the dad's sitting there and I'm thinking like, but why you ain't never tell this boy was bad? But then again, I said to myself, the mother and father probably don't even know.
Yeah, they know
they know something wrong, but they don't know.
Yeah, because they did. The mother,
and the father wasn't in their life.
Yep, and Iyanla asked her. She was like, "Well, what was going on that you couldn't raise your children?" And she was like, "Crack, smoking crack, like doing." She was just doing her basically.
Me, I feel like I don't want to be, but watching her, I felt as though she must have just got off of drugs.
Yeah, probably.
Because she was giving me somebody like,
excuse me.
She's still on edge, like.
Yeah, but she's able to sit in it, and she's not a person that's denying what she's done and things like that. And she's willing to do the process. But I like when people are willing participants on the show.
Well, she's willing right now.
Yes.
Because I still got a barrier with her. Something about her was giving me barrier. Because even when the sister was telling her own truth and her own testimony, the mom on the side, like she couldn't believe what the sister was saying, but the sister.
But it was true.
It was true,
life.
and that's the reason why I felt as though the mom still has a barrier up, and I feel as though while it's good that she's on the show, I feel like she's still not 100% there.
Yeah, you know why? Because again, like I said before, no one likes to hear about their past.
Yeah.
And even with my experiences, like with arguments with my family, like when you talk about the past and you talk about what you seen as a child, they try to tell you, no, that's not how it was, or it wasn't like that. Because I remember a lot of stuff, and I bring up stuff like, because when you call yourself talking about me, and I go back into the archives, yes, but see, it's like it's the truth. Like you can't run from it. You can't act like this part never happened, and that's where I see like that's where I'm like, oh my God, this is my family. Like you can always, like, even if it's not you on the island, you can always take something from every episode. And something that I love that they all are willing to do that I don't see with mine is just being able to talk about things and talk about their experiences and try to get better. Everyone, including myself, is more like, damn, I don't know why. It's more like I'll just handle it by myself, or I'll just keep it to myself, and I ain't got to explain anything. I don't have to talk about anything. But they are all being open, and I just love seeing it, and then seeing one of the brothers cry about him wanting to have acceptance. Like that whole segment to me, that was good, and especially when she played the bingo with them, and the brother talked about the guilt. And his name was Marcus. That's Marcus. When he talked about, he just talked about how he just felt like he was the protector and he didn't do his job. And it's really not your job to protect. You are the older. Like it's a part of your responsibility, but it is not your job.
Yeah, but
that is your parents' job.
Exactly. But in his position, it's like we never had any parents. And then my older brother, he's not there mentally. So therefore, I'm the next up. So I gotta be the protector.
You know who I see? You know who I don't have to say no names, but with their oldest brother, who I see in that situation.
Right.
So it's just like
Is he the oldest? No.
the oldest boy, but it's like
Yeah.
this is my fucking
It is. No. That was part of the reason why I was crying too, because I said this is Kevin's house.
And it's a lot when one. Never mind. I don't want to make it about me.
I have been
Go
coming
ahead.
to this house for 10 years. We're talking about a book that he could write. You mad at the book I could write?
Bitch, you trying it. And I want portions of it.
Well, listen, I'll change the family's name around.
All right, the hell. They won't know Jackson. You put that in the book you won't deny. No,
But what book from the third floor to the base? Oh, I'm getting chills.
don't get no ideas. And don't y'all give him no ideas.
But anyway,
Yeah.
back to this family.
The Mitchell.
Marcus, and I felt his pain because it was like, you feel like you have to be the protector. It's just like when I see, you don't know anything about being the older sibling because you are the baby. But somebody who is the oldest, it was just like, and for those of y'all out there, for me, it was like when my mom and dad used to go out, I was in charge because I was the oldest. So I had to make sure ain't shit happened to my sister.
And if something happened
Because,
something happened to
right,
her.
because if something happened to her, something gonna happen to me. And my mom used to always tell my sister, when we ain't here, he's in charge. You know what I mean? So I totally got where Marcus was coming from because as the oldest sibling with my sister and I, it's like you have to be that protector. If something goes wrong with your younger siblings, you jumping into parent mode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You jumping into, well, who said it, when they say it, and who is it so I can whoop their ass. That's what you jumping into. So I totally felt where he was coming from. It just hurt my heart when Iyanla was saying everybody had somebody in front of them except for the oldest brother because you weren't there. So he didn't have nobody in front of him. And then he turns around and he's not even mentally all the way there. You know what I mean? So it's like he don't have nobody. And I felt so bad for him. And I still do. Like, I genuinely wanted to step inside of that TV and give each and every last one of them a hug. I did because it just hurt my heart. Like, I'm like, oh, come on. This is like...
And I'm going to try to do a follow-up with one of the participants on the show. His name is Marvin. And I kept looking at him like, I know him from somewhere. I know him. Kind of like one of those moments you have when you recognize somebody. And he was my Facebook friend, and we had a conversation probably was 5 years ago. And I'm like,
In 2013 when his brother was killed.
Yep, we had a conversation about that. And I'm like, now I want to, talk to him about that episode and stuff like that. So, we followed each other on Instagram. I can't remember his Instagram name right now.
When did y'all follow each other?
On Sunday.
Oh, so you still...
We followed up with each other. But remember I told you, I knew him.
Yeah, but see, when you sent me those messages, the date was 2013. So I didn't know that you had just recently...
reached back out. Yeah, because I was like, I know him.
Right.
So I Googled him, and then he was my fucking friend.
Oh.
Yes. So,
well, you never know. You can even ask him one day, and we may have a Skype interview with him.
Yeah,
like we did later.
that's what I'm talking
to
about.
find
Yeah.
out
how are they now?
how everything's going.
I really would like to
Because
know.
that's a powerful episode. And to think that it's more than one episode with them.
It's 3 episodes. Well, and next week is the finale. And
To be quite
that's
honest,
going to be good.
To be honest with you, finale of what? This season?
No.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Hell no, because this is too good.
Yes. Okay. No, what I was about to say is, that whole family could go the whole season for me.
Yeah.
They really could.
Yeah, it's a lot of healing, and you can't, like, in 3 episodes, it's not all going to be done.
Yeah.
But, like, Iyanla has been saying lately, like, she's been showing people that, basically, I can only lead the horse to the water, and
That's
I can't
right.
force him or her to drink
That's
from
right.
the water. So, I can only give you the tools, but, baby, you have to do the work. I'll give you the bricks, I'll give you the cement, but you have to build your own house.
That's right.
You have to do it. And I just love seeing this, and it's just like, I don't know, like, this is already one of the best seasons of Fix My Life, and I think it's because it resonates with me so much, and I can apply this, and I can look, and I can say, oh, that's so and so, and that's like that's how it is.
I think too with my mind just went blank. We were talking about what, the season?
Yeah.
My mind just went
How I
blank.
feel like it's one of the best seasons, and how I'm able to, how it resonates with me.
My mind went blank.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, my mind went blank.
So yeah, it's next week is the season finale. Not season finale. Is the final part of their chapter. But I really want to see how the brothers interact.
This is what it
with the
was.
sister. Yeah.
I was gonna say. When you said that, 3 episodes is not enough, which, and it's true. 1 episode is not enough either, and I think and a lot of people tend to think that, by the end of each episode, these people's lives are going to be fixed, and no. Iyanla is just the beginning portion of a long process of healing and therapy. You see what I'm saying? Her portion of stepping into someone's life is to help them acknowledge the fact that there's something going the fuck on. That's her portion of it. And the way she goes about it is, like you said, she goes about it, one of your aunts, your mother, your grandmother. She got all this wisdom, but she ain't gonna talk to you like a therapist in the office. She gonna talk to you like somebody in your family. Listen, something ain't right. Come the fuck here. You see what I'm saying? And she gonna drop that knowledge and those jewels on you, and she's gonna help you release whatever it is that you have in you. But of course, once the show goes off, that doesn't mean that these people are fixed. There's a long process ahead of them. But she's just the beginning stage, the step 1, step 2 stage of getting you on that path, and that's what I love about her. And she keeps it real with these people. You know what I mean? Because everything she was saying, oh my God. Almost everything she was saying, especially when they was at the bingo table, because that seems like that was the part that was really getting me. But when they was in that particular room, everything she was saying, I kept seeing myself saying, that's right. That's right. And I almost felt like my mom. Remember when you were young and you used to hear your mom in the room watching Mario or something and she'd be agreeing? And then my mom was one of those moms that, I never forget that one time she called me in the room when she was watching Mario and said, if you ever, and I'm thinking to myself, I ain't going to do that. Because you whoop my ass. I'm thinking, if you ever, I will. And that's how I felt. I felt like my mom, and you can hear your mom talking like, talking back to the TV. And I was just like, you're right. And I felt that in my spirit. And I was like, wow, I'm being released and I ain't even going through this shit, But it's like you can't help to see, when you see other people hurt and you genuinely feel and you have a heart, you can't help to, feel some kind of pain for them, because you say to yourself, you don't want people to go through this. Especially when you think your shit is bad. And then when you see people like that, you're like, damn, my shit ain't nowhere near that. Like, Lord have mercy. Well, maybe your shit is. But my shit ain't no.
Don't do that.
I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? I'm telling you, I keep telling Kevin, if his family was to go and fix my life, that would be the highest rated episode in the history of the Fix My Life franchise.
Yeah, but everybody has to be willing to
his
do
sister. Well, no, I think you are one of the people that are not.
No, I would do it.
No, you wouldn't.
I would do it, but
anyway.
It's too many secrets.
Right, and I know you wouldn't do it.
But I would do it.
But then there's no reason to do it if you ain't going to expose everything. Because you got to expose everything to get to the root. Just like Iyanla said in that one episode, one of our favorite episodes. It starts from the head.
Yeah, the fish stinks from the head to the tail.
Okay. Your mom alone would have 2 episodes.
No, we would take the whole season because it's the whole thing.
And then once Nina gets introduced, and here's the sister Nina. She come walking in the room. The first thing she said, because you know what, Iyanla?
Because you need to fix them. No, but let's talk about
No, because y'all ain't got to fix me. No, calm down. No, because she
ain't gonna come up in here thinking she would know every fucking thing. Yeah, you think
that would prolong the process because everything would be years.
And then keeping shit going about somebody else's issue. Right. Let me stop for somebody like Nina. I watched this video and he's talking about you, but like shut the fuck up. Like, but yeah. It's a mess. And then the episode with my other sister, like, come on, like it's way too much. Wait.
So y'all might as well scratch that Fix My Life thing off.
We would have the whole season, okay? Remember how she did with the man with the 19 children? Like,
oh my God,
would be the whole season. It would be a special summer season of Fix My Life with Iyanla on that word. Let's get into The Shy.
Yes.
So this was the season finale of The Shy. Now, I enjoyed this episode. I loved it. But what I didn't love is that nothing really had like a cliffhanger to it.
Right.
A lot of the loose ends were, what you call it, tied up?
Yeah, they were easily tied, and it was kind of like, well, I don't have any kind of questions going into season 2 because everything's kind of like...
Oh, I have a lot of questions.
I don't have that many questions because I kind of already see what's going to happen with season 2, especially with
With the teen with the locks.
His brother, I can't remember, Reg. With Reg, because I feel like Reg is going to end up getting himself killed. Because Reg,
he's the new boss now. He got.
But you know what? Too. Reg is the typical street nigga, or what we would call a rat. He's a rat. He's a typical rat in the street. But he plays this tough guy role. But that's how them rats in the streets are. They're just big rats, and they'll snitch and whatever the case may be. That's Reg. With this season, with this particular episode, I liked it, but I was like, I want to see more. Like, I didn't like the fact that Ronnie. I didn't like the fact that Ronnie turned himself in yet. As a matter of fact, I didn't even like the fact that he turned himself in. I wanted somebody to catch or him to get exposed. I also didn't like the fact that after he turned himself in, he started rapping.
Yeah, because you know what?
I think he ran on that little boy.
I think he's tired. He's tired of running. He's tired of that life he lived.
But he should have kept his ass at home that day.
Yes. Well, yeah, he shouldn't be killing nobody. But he was trying to...
And it's not even his son.
No, it's not. But it was his stepson. And he loved her.
Yeah, well...
And he probably wanted her back because he needed something... Like, he wanted something new. Like, he wanted... Like, he had that relationship.
You said the prime thing. I feel as though Ronnie did all that for her. I feel like he did all that to get her back. I need to make her happy, so I'm going to go out and find the person who killed her son. And once I find that person to do what I need to do, everything's going to be all right with me and her. But then she turned around and said, oh no, I don't want nothing to do with you. Whatever you did.
Because he kept messing up.
Yeah.
Because she's like, we're not doing this again. You're not here. I told you to be here. You're not here at this time. No. And we didn't have we seen her towards the end, the mom. But it's a lot. Like, I want to see the interaction between Kevin's mom and the basketball players. I can't remember. I don't know her name, but I want to see their dynamic, how that relationship goes. Now that the mother doesn't want to sell the house, and I guess until this trial is over, like, what's going to happen? I still think that husband ain't shit. I think it's a little plot twist for him, but I don't know when it's going to come there.
You know who you remind me of? Mr. Keith.
Don't do that. Because that father seemed more involved and stuff.
Okay.
Iyanla, girl.
I can see Iyanla now. What? Oh, we got to the whole house away. We got to the whole house away.
We're going to have to go to a safe house.
Yeah, we got to go to a safe house. Because I can't do it here.
Yeah.
Woo! First, you gonna see all them cats. Wait a minute, what's going on?
Stop it. So, yeah, then the kids. Okay, with the kids, you can clearly see that Kevin cares for. I don't know why I can't remember the boy with the locks. He cares for his friend, and he sees him.
Yeah, I can't.
Going down. You might have to Google it.
No, I know somebody just tweeted me and said his name, and Ashley tweeted me and said his name.
Because I don't want to be Jake.
Yeah.
I want to change his name because I don't want to be like the boy that lick his lips too much or the ashy lips and all of that stuff. But yeah, he clearly cares. But Jake is getting so now that he's been around his brother so much, he's speaking like his brother, and he's being influenced by the wrong person. He stopped going to school. What I need to go to school for, all this and that. He's already learning about the game. That's what we see with the evolution of his character. He's seeing death, people being shot and killed. He's seeing drugs. He's just, his brother is a horrible influence. Reg is a horrible influence on his brother. But this is not just going on in Chicago. This goes on everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah. So like, it's just tough to see. And then Papa is such a sweet kid. He's such a sweet kid, and he's like one of my favorites, but I still think I like Kevin. But he's kind of like growing. Like,
who, Papa?
Yeah, he's a man who loves God. He loves his friends. He's trying to be on the good side of everything. He's one of the kids that be like, no, I'm not going to do this or not do that. He's the person that does things the right way. Kind of like me. That's me right there. But yeah, that's another story. And with Kevin, his life is about to change because the officers done went to his house.
Yeah.
His mom didn't know about a murder that he saw. He's already afraid. He was running from this man all season. He was running from Ronnie all season, and Ronnie, then he shot Ronnie.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But then how about the corrupt cop who was killed?
Yes. Let me tell you something. That whole situation fucked me up. Because I wasn't even ready.
I was.
But those cops, there's a lot of crookedness going on in this world, especially with the cops. And I've seen enough of the cops being crooked. And I watched the Detroit movie this weekend, which I'll get into it.
I want to see it. I couldn't find it on Netflix, and I couldn't find it on cable. So I guess it hasn't come.
I might have to give you my Hulu password so you can watch it, and then James password.
Okay.
And
so I have to download Hulu.
Yes, you have to download Hulu.
Can you give it to me now so you won't forget? Because I really want to watch that movie.
Okay.
I really do. Here, or write it.
I just have to remember what email I have it under. Let me.
Well, yeah,
I'll look on my Xbox here. But write it down so I don't forget.
Alright.
We're gonna forget because we're gonna.
No, we're not. Because I want to see that movie, and I was searching for it, and I couldn't find it.
Okay.
I wanted to see it when it was in theaters, but I never went.
Yeah. So who else? Who else we got to talk about with the out? Yeah, with the cops. The cops. That cop, the other cop might get killed too. I don't know.
I don't know. It's a lot of weird stuff going on now. This particular episode was real weird to me, and the way it ended kind of like weird to me as well when they were at that dance, because someone was saying to me, "Why y'all end on a happy note?" I feel like something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I feel like season 2 is gonna start off bad. I hope that's not the episode.
I think it probably ended on a happy note because the name of the episode.
You think the first episode of season 2 would be the episode I get killed at?
No, you won't be in the mid-season because you're gonna be that gay cousin of somebody. You could be the gay lover when
to be quite honest with you, why do I already feel like there is a gay cousin on there? And I'll tell you who. The one with the dreads that Kevin be with. No, not Kevin, that Brandon be with.
Okay, yeah.
Something about him.
You think he kind of funny money?
Yeah, and I was going to tell you, he say, Lena, is it the character or is it him?
Oh, don't do that.
Huh? Yeah.
But but then we see
They already got a gay cousin.
Now, remember when we did our live there, I was like, well, what happened with Reg and Brandon? Because we never seen after, because remember, Jeremy was talking about him being upset. He's like, oh, I got the gun. He's like, oh, you got good credit. I think that Brandon will be selling drugs out of that restaurant, that little thing going on. It's gonna be a whole lot of illegal stuff going on.
They're gonna make Brandon. Yeah, he's gonna. And see, Brandon. See, the thing about Brandon is so weak. He really is. He's so not into the streets that he's so not into the streets that he don't even realize that Jake's brother Reg is just as weak as he is. You see what I'm saying? And he's going to allow Reg. He's going to allow Reg to totally manipulate him. You see what I'm saying? Because Reg is going to manipulate him, and he's going to use him. Because Brandon's so weak, he's not going to realize I'm being used by another weak motherfucker. That's because he's not street smart.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If he was a little bit more street smart, then he would understand that. But he's not understanding it, and I'm just like, yeah, season 2 is gonna be good. Yeah,
and then Emmett's character and the girlfriend. Now that was a plot twist because the girlfriend was beating his ass. I'm thinking she nigga in her ass, because last week we seen them arguing and stuff like that, and then it kind of seemed like he threatened Emmett, like, we need some extra money around here, such. And she's up here beating his ass, and then we see him take EJ in his home, and his mother's supposed to be moving to Seattle. I'm not sure if she's moving to Seattle, but I think that she's proud of the man that she see her son becoming. But my thing is this, Emmett, you are so invested in EJ, but what about the other children you have?
Yeah.
Like, why aren't you taking care of them too?
Right.
Yeah, because I don't want EJ and the other siblings to be on Iyanla saying, my dad left him more than me. So we need to see, I want to see more of the baby mothers and stuff like that.
Can I ask this? This is just one request that I have of the Shy for next season. Because it bothered me. It really did. Next season, if you have EJ, that's the baby's name.
Yeah, he got to stop crying at the same
Yes. Oh my God.
I thought it was me.
Cried and cried and cried and cried and cried.
Yes, he did.
I said, oh my God, why is he always crying? And you want to babysit him? He can cry like that? No.
I ain't got time for crying.
I don't have time for that. Please, if somebody's out there in the universe who's writing the season of The Shy, Whatever y'all doing to make this baby cry, stop.
Yes.
Okay, just stop. Just let him be quiet. He was just crying, and then when that baby cries, he's screaming.
A mess. But
I could
hope
barely
not.
hear what they were talking about because he was screaming at the top of his lungs. I said, "Oh my God, this child just keeps crying. Jesus, have mercy." I want him to start crying.
And I want to know what's going on with the grandma. We didn't see the grandma. I
Well,
know that
no.
Ronnie called the cops and it's like, there's some negligence going on. I think it might be a fire or something like that. But I wanted to see. I like her character. Like,
I think Miss Ethel may pass away.
oh, I hope not. I don't want her to die.
I think she may pass away. I do. I think she may pass away because I think I think her whole. You got some elderly
Ronnie in
people.
jail and-
You got some elderly people who, when they are taken care of, or they have a loved one like a child or a grandchild, somebody around them and then that child disappears, especially when it disappears with something the way with Ronnie did. I think her whole purpose of living is going to be like, I can't do this no more because. That's just how I see it. Now, I could be totally wrong. She may get strong, get the strength, and get up and try to fight for her grandson in jail, but that's just how I see it. I also thought that with Ronnie cutting his beard off, his voice would change too, but I guess not.
But he looks much better.
Yes, he
I
does.
ain't mad.
He's a-
You said anything?
I said I was going to go back there and find out, so that's what I did. I was like, oh my God, right. We turning on talking about
Yeah, so I can't wait. I just hope we don't have to wait a year because I'm tired of waiting a year for these shows. Y'all only do 10 episodes. Not like y'all doing 27 episodes to make us wait a year. I need y'all to give us like maybe every 6 months and come back with a show. Like I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but all of these good shows y'all make us wait a year. Especially Orange is the New Black, which was this season. I don't know why I brought it up, but. That season 5 from last year, that was so good.
Well, let me ask you this: what do you think is the appropriate time? Because you got to remember, you have to write the new script for the new season. You have to get out you have to rehearse. You have to film. It takes a long time to do all that.
Well, I guess it takes. I don't think it takes that long. I guess you got to be sure that your show will be picked up.
Yeah, but again, too, you got to remember too, the actors. That's not the only thing that they're working on. Some of them may be working on other projects in the process of working on that show.
You right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But I just.
It's not like us where we just have that 1 9 to 5. They have different jobs.
Yeah, I just wish that it could be quicker.
Too. And I was so upset when I heard that Game of Thrones was coming back in 2019 and not this year.
They probably wanted
You talking about a year? I have to wait 2 fucking years.
Well, they probably wanted to have one of the best scripts because
I don't
they
know.
wanted to end with a bang, or get their budget up or something.
And that's a show that you'd be like, that takes a lot of preparation to make that show. So I'm surprised it don't take longer than a goddamn year. It's a really good show. Oh my God.
So let's move on to other things. So y'all had us ask us about DJ Envy